plane soaring through deep blue sky. Suddenly, you go insane from turmoil and grief and despair turns your hair into beautifully colored gray. And then you die! And then we all die!
Congratulations.
You won.
Alright. Hey everybody. We're back. I know. It took me a little longer than I wanted to, but decided to get a couple things done while we were waiting for Cox Communications stop sucking dick. Or God, I'm so tired of it. Anyway. Yeah, so we're back playing Final Fantasy XII. I say the sucking dick like it's a bad thing. It's not. I suck dick. Being dick. That's better. I want to check for special hunts just to see since I'm here in town. Nope. Alright, so we got a bunch of hunts that we can do, and I feel like those would probably be the best place. Because I know what I have to face next, and I'm not literally fight the dragon. Hunt accepted. On patrol in the Sand Sea. We are on number 7. We're on number 6. Okay, I know where this one's at. Hey, Miyachi. Welcome back. I made a wrong turn. The item shop down here? Oh, this is the clan shop. That's right. I forget about this place. Yeah. Gauntlets. I don't need to buy gauntlets. I have gauntlets. I'm feeling like I got a good feeling like I'll be able to push through a bunch of stuff on this one. I also want to check the magic shop while I'm here. Make sure I've got all the magic I should have. Yeah. You would have to talk to the rest of the group. I'm down for it. You know, as long as the rest of the group signs off, sure, why not? Where am I going? Not that way. All right, we're going south. We're gonna kill that stupid frog this time. We're killing him. That's it. That's it. Done. This is the way. I heard on Andor started, and I haven't watched it yet. I need to do that. That is the second time I've gotten an X potion from that jar, and I think that is, if that's just a 100% chance drop, I'll be shocked. That seems like too good of a thing to just drop out of a... Yes, I know you're there. We're not gonna touch the crystal because we need the chain bonus. We don't need the chain bonus. I want the chain. That makes sense. GG Wentworth, it's your chain bonus. You've earned it. And I want it now. Yeah. You know, I always thought that he was a Midwest thing before I went to Arizona. Alright, here we go. Death to frogs. Can you cast Dispel? Man. One second here. Missed it. I did not get the third one. Hello. Cloud, Zidane, Squall, Tidus, or Vaughn. I mean, are you? I'm a. How did you not die? Okay, dead. That's a good question. So I don't know Zidane well enough. I've never beaten 9. I've beaten 8. I know all of 7, even though I've never beaten 7. I feel like I'd have to say Squall, because dude jumped out of a spaceship. catch his girl floating through space. Like, he could have... That could have been the end of him on, like, a deep and vacuumous... Like when you... It's like the thing that I experienced in Subnautica when I was just looking down at the abyss and there's like that gut-wrenching like terror of the nothing. And I feel like if you're gonna jump out into space to catch somebody, knowing that that could be your end is that deep and dark abyss, that takes some balls. Here. Welcome, by the way. All right. Yeah, you're a ghost. I get it. All right. Can she use the serpent rod? Is it better? No, it's worse. Didn't want to use the serpent rod. Okay. That's one hunt down. We need to go to the desert next. Actually, no, we need to go down to the... We need to go down to... probably killing the Wyvern Lord would be the fastest. So, do we want to go to the Easter Sand or the West? I have to figure out how to get there. So it's the Western side. We go south, and then west. I'll be real honest, Vaughn's okay. Like, he's just, honestly, he's so forgettable, though. Like, yeah. It's interesting because he is definitely by far the most, I feel like the most well-written character of the list that you provided. Like, this is the one where, like, it feels like they made an actual attempt to make a fantasy world. Like, everything is so well fleshed out. You know, the nations, the different empires, the political faction, the politics in between them it's all well laid out. There are points in where this story where they throw so much at you in such a short span of time, and there's such a huge amount of time covered that it's like it's hard to like get invested at that point. And that's not to say that I hate it. It just, I find myself like wishing that I could have had a moment with the character rather than just moving on to the next big sweeping plot point. The game takes itself very seriously, is I think, I don't know if I would say that's a bad thing, but this game does take itself very, very seriously in its story and everything. And whereas 7 and 8 definitely had moments of, like, just tomfoolery. We fancy, so we go back. Oh, going the wrong way. That said, Balthier is an amazing character. Like, he's charming, and he's witty, and he's sharp-dressed. Definitely stands out amongst all the other characters in this game. Oh, I'm going around. Oh, I keep checking the map. I have the map up as an overlay right now. Haven't gotten the pudding quest yet, and or the pudding hunt, and I'm not sure why I haven't gotten the pudding hunt. I assume it's just because I'm not far enough in the game yet. I got turned. What the hell? There it is. I do also miss zooming around the world map in an airship, like in 7 and 8. Like, that's something they really needed to keep in this one. I understand why they didn't. Oh, I'm really strong for the area. This is like the starting zone, basically, that I'm running through to get to a much deeper area. I'm doing it for the license points. Like, I will never turn down killing stuff that I can basically just one-shot. I am not even halfway in this game yet. This game is gigantic. And it's amazing because which is an amazing statement to me, because I know that it's basically incomplete. Like, the reason why the narration is so grand, is like just cuts in grand sweeps, is because they cut a lot of stuff for time. Alright, I need to If I see an air or a fire elemental, I am running. I don't know that I can take those yet, and I don't even want to try. This way. Nope. Need to go down. I need to go down the ramp. You're right. I won't know until I try, but I have tried in the past, and they cast truly awful spells and just start ruining your entire day. Somebody wake Vaughn up. No. I think it's... I know that I don't have to have a Prince's Kiss to wake him up. I can just tap him with a sword to do it, but the way that the auto attack system works in this...
Ah, yes.
the magic, delicious heart cookie. Eat up. You deserve it after committing murder.
We are cheated to Cheeridex 100 for Frog Vengeance.
Thank you so much for the 100 bits. For Frog Vengeance. Fuck you, Naruto. Take that. Stupid frog. Figure out my path here. This area is so friggin' cool, but it's also, the map is like super complex because it's so interconnected. Yeah, I also spent like all day yesterday, the entire stream yesterday, just grinding, which I hated to do on stream, but also I kind of had to do the grinding. This is a game where if you are not appropriately like skilled out, the game just devastates you. Wow. Alright. Could have sworn I told Larsa to stop doing that, but whatevs. Okay, so go through here, and I think yeah, I think yep, I see it. Okay, I know where I'm supposed to go. I have done this hunt before. Come here, little Mandadora. Ha ha ha. Give me your valuable license points. I also think that this game introduced some really cool like races. There were the Jahara hunters that had the big like antlered. It looks like it's a mask, but then the way that their body is shaped makes them look like they're not human. But then when you hear them talk, it's very clear that it's just like a mask they're wearing. It really is, like, the maps being completely to scale just is mind-blowing. And that's why they don't have an airship, like, sequence where you fly over, right? Because it's all zoned out. Stop. Okay, thanks. Where am I at for levels? Oh, these guys are a bit ahead, so we're gonna pull Balthier out. I'll pull. All right, B team, go. You have to. Think about it like this is really a single player MMO in every sense of the word. Like, is it the biggest FF game by scale? That's a good question. Maybe, possibly. I wonder if you were to lay out the map, if it would be bigger. I know it's, well, I don't think it spans the most games. I know that this world, Ivalice, is in several other games that Square Enix has released. Vagrant Story takes place in this world, as does Final Fantasy Tactics. Now, I'm not sure if it's truly the same. Hey, I am now. Cox is finally cooperating, it seems. How are you doing, Brid? So you have to have all like you have one party total, but you have to have a tank, you have to have a healer, and you have to have a deeps on each team, and they have to be roughly the same level and skilled out similarly because they have to fulfill a function. So like if I'm in a fight and my tank drops, I then have to slot in my other tank, and I have to know that that tank is up to snuff. So right now my tanks are my leaders are Vaughn and Balthier, and their gambits are structured in such a way that they are controlling where the rest of the party is targeting. Fran is deeps / backup heals. Ash is heavy magic. She's my black mage. Pinello is my white mage. He's also... Bosch is also deeps. So yeah, and Larsa is... Yeah, they have some really weird titles for their classes. They didn't have classes. Shikari is... How to explain it? Thief, basically? Thief would probably be the easiest way to break it down. It's kind of like an arabesque themed thief. I feel like this game really heavily was influenced by Star Wars in a lot of areas too. Like there are moments where it feels like it's going for that big galactic battle feel to it, like Star Wars did. Please do not step on the traps, thank you. Also, some of my characters are equipped out to fight flying enemies, and some are not. So like if I get into a fight with a flying enemy, I may have to switch to a tank that has a spear, for example. I've already been up here. I need. Okay. But so if I'm being 100% honest, this game feels closest to Final Fantasy XI, which was a pure MMO, as opposed to the rest of the games in the series. And the Gambit system is an evolution of like how an MMO would control. You basically have like your priorities, right? So like Balthier, if his HP is critical, throw a healing potion on himself. If he's petrified, or if anybody's petrified, give him a golden needle. You know what? I should switch this to ally any. I learned that is now acceptable. It used to not be acceptable. Okay, if there's 2 or more foes present, attack. If the foe is at 100%. So basically, if there are 2 or more, I just want him attacking. But if there's only 1, and the foe, right when the foe is at 100%, try and steal, and he will get me some items that way. Party leader's target. If he is not the leader, he will target whoever is the party leader's target. If he's not the party leader, then he'll go with whoever's targeting an ally first. Want him pulling the mob off of them, and then he will drill down the enemy with the lowest HP first, and then beyond that, it's the nearest. So he will auto attack things that can range. So like I can take my hands off the controller; they kind of run themselves. And the others all have variations for their specific roles in the party. Ash will cast specific elemental magic based on if an enemy is weak to it. It really is, yeah. And because it is kind of because once you lock it in like that, it kind of runs itself. It's also the reason that it becomes hard to recommend, because like I pulled the Wyvern Lord already. Awesome. I didn't realize he could fly down this far. I don't like the camera angles on this. I wish that I could get a better camera angle on the fight. Because, like, you can't see the Wyvern Lord at all. But because it's basically hands-off, like you only bring up the menu and issue direct commands when you have to. And so it becomes very hard to recommend it, because some people are either going to love that or they're going to hate it. And this is definitely not the... Oh, I guess I was up at the top anyway. Never mind. I understand now why I pulled him. See, he's trying to steal right away, and then as soon as he gets damaged, he switches to attacking. How are we looking for job points, folks? Oh, we got a bunch. Okay, time to spend them. Let's see. You need some more foe breaker. Or not foe breaker. Battle lore. That's what you need. You need more battle lore. Okay. Make you faster. She's got a lot. Okay. I must have the double. I must have the double, Okay. I'll stretch. Okay, thanks. How are you doing, Brid? I put on my hat and wizard robe. Where's my thing? There it is. Alright, so for let's see when do we get her quick. One should be Cure Raise. Got that, I think. Okay, the next one is gives her access to 230 points. I'm sorry, what? You want to talk about it? No pressure. But this is a safe space. Let's see. Turn 30. Oh, not even. That's a big one. Already got it. That's pretty hilarious. I unlocked it somehow without. Okay, well, I'll take that. Yeah. I could definitely understand how that would make a tough day. I'm so sorry about your dog. Magic Lord. Pinello, what is your second? Yari are straight up ninjas, by the way. She gets access to ninja swords. As a white mage, I think that's like baller as fuck. Where is ninja swords? Okay. Continuing on. That's 2 hunts down. Die, bird things. Also, when I say that it plays more like Final Fantasy XI, some of the enemies are designed identically to how they look in Final Fantasy XI. We need to go that way. We need to go this way. This will be the fastest way to access a teleport point. You know, it was really funny, Braid, because when you would always talk about your dog, the way that you made him sound was that he was like a lab or a retriever, right? Just the way you would describe him. And then when I found out that he was a tiny dog, I was like, wow. Like, he carried himself like he was a big dog. Just from your description of him. Okay, we need to go to... "20 years is a long time. That's a good life." Elfin bow, shell shield. Can Vaughn wear the shell shield? Not yet. I need... Oh, it's a specific... Oh, wow, it's a specific... Okay. Jahara. Okay, so I've got 2 of them that originate from Jahara. 1 in Bujerba. And where are you at? Oh, I can't do that one yet because it has to be dry. So yeah, we're gonna go to Jahara now. I mean, I've got these teleport stones. I might as well use them. No sense in sitting there, like, staring at them like they're precious. Precious. That's not who I want to talk to. I want to talk to the Great Chief. I remember when Sam, my Cocker Spaniel growing up, very picky eater, but he'd go next. Okay, we got X tab and we've got yeah. He really was. The thing is, like, he was also deaf and going blind by the end of his life. And, we used to keep the bread in a drawer in our kitchen. And it made a very specific, like, creak as you would pull it out. And I swear, he was mostly deaf, but the moment we opened that bread drawer, here he'd be coming. We used to, so he slept in my room, right? And we had to put him in a cage towards the end of his life because he couldn't hold his business anymore, and so we didn't want it all over the room. So we would it wasn't a small cage or anything. It was appropriately sized. And so we would put him in there so that way he wasn't like peeing. But he got to a point where he would let me know. He would start kind of like making noise, letting me know that he needed to go out, and so I would take him out at night. I'd wake up at night and let him out. And hold on, let's do this proper. Yeah, we can turn down the music a little bit. And so I would take him out the back door, and we have like 3 steps to our back door. And in his old age, like he also was getting arthritis, and so couldn't quite do the steps anymore. So he could go down them, but coming up was was a lot. And so in his old age, he would go and do his business in the backyard and come back, and he would stand at the bottom of the steps and just wait. And he knew that I would come get him. But yeah, he'd just stay there. He'd just stand there and wait for me. And then I'd come down, I'd pick him up a couple steps, and then bring him back in the house. Yeah. I loved that dog. had to put him to sleep when I was 18. Such is the way of life. Alright. Yeah. Like... Tab, Spirit of Malevolence, prone to attack. Oh, he's in the Henny Mine Shaft. Okay. Okay, I know where he's at. Time to go murder another hunt. Oh, we just pulled 2 vipers. That's okay, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, like, Willis... Wait. So, fun story about Willis is when I would talk to Acer on video chat, I'd be like, what is that sound? And it would be Willis going to town on the cat bowl. Like... Wanted to make sure. We're in the shred. This is where the hunt is. so Inkilodos will not appear while there are woo enemies in the area, so go down, kill all the woos, then come back. Hey, there's a woo, there's That's interesting. No, you didn't tell me that. If you, I'm assuming you still have the disc and everything that came with it, because if you've got all the materials that came with it, that's actually probably worth a chunk of change. I played Final Fantasy XI. I had it on the PS2 and on PC as well. And I actually would run. I ran an alt account. I bought a second PlayStation 2 just to leave it on all the time because I had an alt that I left on there that was that I would sell stuff with. He was just a shop alt. I was so heavy into that game for a while. If you have all the stuff from it, I mean, even on its own, I wonder if the hard drive is worth it. Is it specifically branded as the beta or anything like that? Yeah, trying to do Sea and Sky repeatedly. Like, I was okay with Sky. Like, Sky was beatable. It is. Okay, well, so then you might, I don't know if you're interested in partnering with it, but you might like chop some pictures of that around on like Reddit and see what it's worth. Okay, we have to go. I wonder if I can get a free chocobo there. I don't think I can. I think I have to go pay for a chocobo. I think I either have to pay for a chocobo or teleport there. I'm sure, oh yeah, I'm sure they would say just keep him because, especially at that time, like, I can't even imagine. That was the only game that used the hard drive too. Like, the PS2 original model had like a hard drive slot, and it existed like for one game and one game only, and it still blows my mind that it was a thing. What in the fuck is happening with those chocobos? It was preserved basically, and I don't know why. I think it has something to do with what the Jahara was doing to it, but I don't know. Might as well go turn this one in since we're here. Do you remember the Valkyrie Dunes? I was talking about this last night on last night's stream. What like Final Fantasy XI, looking back at it, was such a brutal experience. Like, it gave zero fucks about, like, player niceties. Oh, no, that's not fun. Alright, sorry, wrong person. I don't need to talk to you. Okay, where are you? Going? I already talked to you. Where is the dude that I have to talk to turn this on? Yeah, oh yeah, you could do that. There was some stuff on the airship too, where you could wiggle your way along the edge of the airship. Huh, cool. Who the hell do I talk to for this one? Hold on. Low Chief Sugumu. You're not Low Chief Sugumu. I could not white mage. I mean, I could play a passable white mage. Okay, that's great, Chief. Blah blah blah. Hi, Chief. Blah blah blah. But like, I was always ninja fighter before. Apparently, like when I quit the game, Ninja Dark Knight was becoming a thing. There he is. Hey, we got another golden amulet, which means somebody else can get double license points. Who are we gonna give that to? Done. Yeah, and like, we used to raid Sea and Sky a lot, and I quit right when Wings of the Goddess came out. Like, or not, it had been out for a little bit, but I never got to the end game of Wings of the Goddess. In terms of rating, I was at the level cap and stuff, and I was doing Dynamis and stuff like that, but no, I don't need to buy a map. I need to talk to Gertie and get a chocobo. Actually, we're gonna save. Can I just... I don't know if I can just teleport to the Hene Mines? I can. Yay! Screw your chocobo. Man, listen. Learning the elemental wheel. Alright, I need monster. What is the hunt that I'm doing? Because ninjas had the 6 elemental spells. The dead ought sleep forever. Ah, okay. Curiouser and curiouser. How do I get there from here? Oh, north? And then I go this way. Can't go this way. Is there a switch in here I am not seeing? I mean, I can go back all the way. I don't really want to go back all the way. I would really just love to, you know... Oh, I see where I have to go. No, because I had to come... There's gotta be a switch in here. Isn't there? Am I crazy? There we go. Yeah, there have been expansions now since Wings. They finally upped the level cap years later after everything. Like, it always shocked me that they would keep the same level cap. Link Shell broke up and it all went down. Yeah. I mean, let me tell you right now, a good white mage is like is such a good thing to have as a friend. Need to open the gate. Okay. I don't want to push this button, but I'm gonna. And then we're leaving because I don't want to fight all the slimes that drop down. They have a nasty habit of dropping confused on the whole party, and it's like, no thanks. Alright, so... I did press button, and then I ran away. Hey there, buddy.
No press button, 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 no press.
Yeah, I'll just let him fight Belize for a bit. Yeah. Dead. All right, now. Ash is stopped. He immediately stopped my mage. Yeah, I could too, is the problem. But, like I was doing sea and sky, and I don't know if you remember the... Oh, God, what was it? What was the name? No! You guys are supposed to not be here. No. Shit, I'm trapped. Oh, fine. There's only 3 of them. Let's kill them. Okay, that wasn't so bad. There is another room deeper that drops down like 10 of them. And yeah, I died there earlier. Oh, you... No, we're leaving. We're not fighting them again. I know I pushed the button again to open the gate, but we're not doing it. I refuse. Hold on, let me see if I can find any of it. Oh, yes. Okay. I remember the name now. We had a link shell leader who thought that absolute virtue was his own personal Moby Dick. Like, he was gonna be the one to figure out how to kill absolute virtue when nobody else could do it. And and honestly, that bullshit is what finally made me like quit the game altogether. Like, you know, I was faithful, man. It was like a second job for me. Like, I would show up, I would tank, I was good at being a ninja tank. And interestingly, I played a tank in WoW as well, and I was good at that as well. So there may be a bit of a pattern there. But we were doing C, and we used a DKP system, Dragon Point system, and so it was kind of interesting because you basically, after a while, you get to know like who has how many points, in what order you're gonna get this piece of loot if it drops, right? Like you just know how things are gonna shake out. And there was this person who hadn't been playing in like a couple years, and I had been absolutely faithful, and I needed one piece of gear yet from Sky, and finally dropped, and this dude that had not been there for 2 years was there that night, and he outbid me with Dragon Points for that piece of gear, and I fucking lost it. I had waited in line like I was supposed to. It was done. Like to the point where, and I hate to say this, but we fought it a second time. We fought it a second time. The pants dropped again. I bid the pants. I got the pants. I put them on. I said peace, and I quit the game. Like, I was done. Like, I was out. Like, that was the moment where I was like, this shit is not for me anymore. Like, I remember when Square Enix, like, when people were complaining that Absolute Virtue was unkillable, right? This was the thing. Like, people were complaining that Absolute Virtue was unkillable, and it was. Like, it might as well have been indefeatable. The only way that people had figured out how to beat it so far involved glitching their black mages behind a wall that it couldn't swing through. So they were able to sit there and burn it down, and it couldn't touch them. And that was the only recorded kill of Absolute Virtue to that point. And Square Enix was like, you know what? We will demonstrate that it is killable, right? We will put out a video of us showing how, showing it done. And so they put out this heavily edited video in multiple languages, showing a dev raid take down Absolute. Didn't show the whole fight. Like I said, it was edited. But people, like, all of a sudden, like, the community, like, started digging into that video, and they realized that there were parts of the, like, all the multi-language parts, the German video, all of it were all recorded from the same fight. They were just recorded by different dev team members from all across the world. And so they started, like, piecing together, like, the different clips as, like, the timeline of how things were going based on the log that was scrolling by. And because Square Enix swore up and down that Absolute Virtue could be killed without cheating, without anything like that, right? And then once we had the video dissected and placed back in order, we realized that they had used that as devs they had the ability to use their 2 hours more than once every 2 hours. And we watched as these characters were using their 2-hour abilities multiple times in this, like, 15-minute video. And it's like, how do you sit there and say it's killable if you're cheating? Like, yeah, it just. I will never forget that. Like, that was mind-boggling. All right. Just absolutely mind-boggling. And I think Absolute Virtue has been killed now because they upped the level cap finally from 75. We went through, like, Wings of the Goddess, clear through Wings of the Goddess, and they never bumped the level cap. And then they let that, then there were no more updates, and then they released, like, 3 mini expansions altogether. And that was when they finally bumped the level cap. And I think that Absolute Virtue has been killed since then. There was a new unkillable boss that they added in Wings of the Goddess called Pandemonium Warden. And I did not even try it. Alright, Miyachi, you have a good night. I refused. Like, I know that she... Oh, that's because I'm on Shikari. I'm like, I know that she needs her magic lore, but... Okay. Which ones do we have next? I think we're headed to Bergerba for the next one? Oh, Fan Primer. Yeah, because I can't do this one until it's not the rainy season, so... Alright, to Bergerba. Reminder, I have to fly back rather than take the teleport. Okay, where is the petitioner? This one. This one called The Cry of Its Power. Rocked. Alphabetical order. They reordered the hunts. Really weird to me. Between the old version and this. Okay, I know where you're at. Huh. How many channels was that one in? Who's Yerbin? Yerbin. Street vendor. Yeah, holy shit. I swear those bots have got to be like watching for mispasted passwords or something. Like that's the only thing I can think. The game is... So I was talking about this earlier, and I'm not sure if you were here for that part. The game is, from what I understand, this game was released incomplete. Like it's the first Final Fantasy that they had to start making cuts for, because it is an absolutely massive game in terms of its story scale. Why do I feel like I need that? No, I don't. New Bazaar goods. Okay, well, that's cool. These are what I want. The Dragoon's Monograph. Okay. Enables the acquisition of superior loot from dragons and plants. Which means that this one is the... Okay. Cool. So that's a key item, which fundamentally changes loot drops, right? Where's... Are you doing? I feel like a... There we go. Site 2. Yeah. Okay. Going back to the mines. It's very huge in terms of its scale and story. Like it is a game that takes itself very seriously. It does not have the little humorous moments like Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII, 8, and 9 are great games, right? But they all have moments in them that are very much like absurd and take you out of the moment and just to make you laugh, and that's fine. Like they are great games in their own right. This game, all of the humorous moments are still in game. Like they're in the story. Like it never steps outside to do like the absurd. At least not that I have seen anyway. And the moments where it's not being humorous at all. It's dealing with some very heavy shit. But like because there's like because it's such a huge story in terms of scope, you don't really get like those little personable moments with the characters. Like the character that has absolutely, the characters all seem to have very boring personalities, with the exception of Balthier. Balthier is got so much swagger, it's ridiculous. And the other characters are interesting in different ways. Like, for example, Fran is... The whole is interesting because of the Vieira link. Like, her species can basically sense the mist, which is... I guess it's tied to magic in some way. But they can't just sense it. Like, they're legitimately, like, affected by it. Like, imagine, like, if allergies just made you a raging murder bot. Like... Which I suppose for some people, allergies could do that already. Alright, we gotta go. I gotta be careful, because I think there's some shit deep in this mine yet that could murder me pretty easily. Like, there's lots of... This game has a lot of little secret bosses tucked away. I mean, I don't recommend it. Like, I don't think it would be I don't think you would like it. Like, because it's very hands-off. Like, once you set up your gambits, like I'm basically controlling where they're running, but in fight, I'm doing nothing. I'm sitting here watching it play out, and I'm only intervening if something is going wrong. And while I think that is a technically awesome fighting system, like I applaud the way that it's set up, it's also not for everybody. Like, this game is very polarizing. And everybody that I've talked to, it's either they like it or they hate it. Like, there's no like in between on it. And so it's not a Final Fantasy game that I recommend to a lot of people at all. I happen to enjoy it because I think that the amount of world building that went into it is amazing. And like I've said, I think that a tabletop RPG set in this world would be spectacular. But it is definitely not a game that I'm like, oh yeah, everybody should play it. No. It does not do the best job of explaining to you, like, what you're supposed to do to play it. There's the hunt. Hunt begins. That did not kill it. Holy crap. Okay. I want to point out that the Viera, all of the Viera wear high heels. So she is doing that all with high heels, which I think is impressive. Unrealistic as hell, but impressive. Like, look at that. And those aren't even like thick heels. Those are like, oh man, are they like a double heel? Hold on, can I get around this? It is. It's a double high heel. Wow. Okay, well. That's a lot. I do find it curious that there are no male Viera anywhere in the game that I've seen. I think that's very weird. It's kind of like how in Final Fantasy XI the Mithra only had women, and the other race only had males. I'm glad they addressed that in Final Fantasy XIV, and you could have male Catboys. I know, like, they don't leave the forest, and there are only females, so I really am curious to know, like, how do they reproduce? I mean, at some point they have to leave and find a dude, in theory. Or there's like a hidden there's like a hidden village of male deer and they just don't live together or something. The males don't leave the forest? Wait, is that like actual lore? Because the females don't leave the forest either. Bran leaving is seen as like a huge, like she's basically exiled for having left. They are a really neat race. Like, they're definitely, Fran in particular is definitely over-sexualized in this game. But I chalk that up to it being a early 2000s Japanese RPG, and that's pretty much how they viewed women. Oh, really? Huh, I wonder if that's stated somewhere in the game. Or if that was something that came up in, like, Tactics or Vagrant Story. Vagrant Story is an action RPG that's set in this world as well. There's also Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings, which is a Nintendo DS Tactics game, but it also takes place. I think it's actually a sequel to this. I mean, yeah, if you don't like, if the desert is not your thing, then yeah. It's definitely it's got a lot of desert. It's very Middle East themed. Where'd you go? There. It could be. Cool. I think that is all the hunts I can do for the moment. Means it's time to push on for our next boss. Yep, little tort. Do I try and get the next summon? When I say next, I mean third summon. The second summon is actually a staged boss fight. We need to fly back because there is a side quest that we need to start. Okay, but like... it is really hard to get to like the characters. My big just because while they are written very realistically, they're also kind of boring. Okay, apparently I want to take the other kind. I don't know. I should have had like a spot in there where I could go talk to the people on the ship, but I guess I need a private cabin. That, okay. Yeah, I need to go find some accessories. I need to, what's it called? Bowline sash. None of them sell it yet. Oh, it's actually pretty high up. Fuck. Okay. I wasn't really expecting that. Got murder. Got going. See what you need for your first. Battle lore. You don't owe me a good guy. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't think you owe him. Looking for a remedy lore too. There it is. I want to make sure all my people have Remedy lore too when I go into this next fight, because Remedies are going to be important. Okay, well, there's potion lore. Seriously? Not get it? That's definitely gonna change whether or not I... Battle lore. On the foe breaker side? Magic lore. Not all classes got Remedy lore at some point. Kinda pretty necessary. Huh. Okay. That's a little disturbing, but okay. The reason why I'm taking this next boss on is because it's got an ability that applies a whole load of special abilities. Or debuffs, I should. And I want to be able to get rid of as many of them as I can. Pretty sure I already got Remedy. Remedy lore. There it is, Remedy lore 2. Okay. I know I already got Remedy. There it is, right? Okay. Alright, so where do we get remedies now? Valfunheim Port. After the Tomb of Wraithfall, which I got it, that's fine. Huh. Well, good luck. I hope you get accepted. I mean, I know you'll give him a good home. Hold on just 1 second here. And a bag. Alright. Let's see. I need to take an airship. Okay. Airship to the fortress. Jerba. That's not where I want to go. Albina. That's where I want to go. Hydrate or dehydrate? Did you I've actually been a little dehydrated lately. So yeah, I need to do that more. I tried to stream earlier and I ended up cutting the stream because Cox just slammed my connection hard, like to the point where I was like, why even do this? Alright, so there is a... Oh, that's really tempting, but I need to make sure I can get the, does this... Here, there's a huge dungeon in Albina that hardly anyone makes it out of. Yeah, I know. I did make it out of there. Check out the air deck. Bohemian. That's not very Final Fantasy XII. Hopefully not. Took a quick power nap. What's the internet being shitty? Okay, well I can't start the Oh, the Sky Saloon, this is where it's at. Okay. Honestly, after Final Fantasy XV, which I really enjoyed, I'm in a wait and see. There she is. There's the chief steward. Okay. What is it you want? We're in the middle of a personal and rather important conversation. Get lost, why don't you? Alright, he's a passenger. Mind your tongue. I apologize for my companion's behavior. We have cabins available if you'd like to rest. Who's this Rand? No one, truly, just a gentleman, and I use the term loosely, who does not know when enough is enough. Enough is enough? Ha, will you listen to her? And I tell you, you defy all reason. What sane woman would decline a proposal of marriage from a man of my birth, stature, incomes, and obvious charms? I mean, it's not going to. They've already said that it's going to be an action RPG. So, you're looking for the classic Final Fantasy JRPG experience, you're not going to get it anymore. Square is not interested in selling that. Oh no, I'm sorry. I can't be your friend anymore. You liked Lightning Return? Oh man, listen. I hated Final Fantasy XIII in all of its... I mean, it's okay. You liked it. You're allowed to like bad games. It's okay. Final Fantasy 13? It's completely linear. Like, what I don't understand is, okay, so you are for the first like 27-ish hours of the game, apparently you are forced along a single path, just moving from battle to battle to battle to battle. To the point that it made me wonder why they even bothered having the player move themselves to the next fight. Like, why not just show a cutscene of the party moving and then have the next fight? I hated the paradigm system. The paradigm system took the Gambit system and made it worse. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't. I didn't like the art style for the game. All the characters looked like previous characters from Final Fantasy. Like, one of the characters is basically Cypher from Final Fantasy VIII with a beanie and stoner hair. I also don't want to take away from you liking the game. You are allowed to like games. Like I personally did not care for it. And then so it's funny because I raised the concerns about, you know, the linearness, I don't know, of the game, and the one counter argument I get to it is always, well, it gets better after 27 hours. But that's 27 hours. That's not an insignificant, like 30 hours is like the sweet spot of games for me. Like, if a game is 30 hours, I feel like I've accomplished something. Like, 27 hours is That's an undertaking just to get to the point where the game supposedly gets good, and I just couldn't. I tried. I really tried. I wanted to like it. I wanted to like Final Fantasy XIII when it came out, and I bought it right away. But yeah, so between 13 and 15, and I say this as somebody who liked 15 for the story. I did not like 15 for the gameplay. But I can't do. Can't do it. I'm 16, I'm expecting a sacrifice. I mean, you're not wrong. Ah, come on. You're supposed to have something. So the internet says I should be able to buy remedies from this person. They lie. Purchase in Moss. Wait, hold on. I may not be in the area. I mean, I don't know. So I brought this. It really seems to me like if you want the turn-based JRPG experience, you're gonna have to look to Square's other smaller games now, like Live a Live and the upcoming Octopath 2. Like it's Final Fantasy is now is they have transitioned it to something else. They're sacrificing what the brand was, and they're trying to give it some. Can't go out that way, really? Well, that person's a liar, clearly. Anyway, I was hoping that 16 would be some sort of a turn-based system.
Liar pants on fire.
What do you mean, liar? Liar pants on fire. Oh, yeah. That person on the internet is a liar. Okay. How many remedies do I actually have? 9. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, so I need to go. Lars and Ash both need to go to Bur Omises. Hurry. Thanks for the bits, Brid. I really appreciate it. This is technically an optional boss fight, but like the way to get around it is. There we go. I could not pass through those barriers before. Bangle, we're gonna give you. Oh, we're about to go into that fight. Hold on, I'm gonna give all my spellcasters the Rose Corsage, which makes them immune to silence. Because I absolutely cannot have them silenced in this fight. Wait, are these the male Viera? Oh, Wood Warder. They still look female. I hate this fight. I hate this fight so much. This is a real litmus test to see if you are ready. This is where the game is like, do you know what you're doing or not? Do you remember this fight? I wonder. I have heard that you can basically reflect Ga and then start bombing your characters with arrow and it'll hurt him quite a bit. No, oh wait for just a second. Why are you? Here we go. This is the bullshit right here. I honestly don't care about Larsa. He can take care of himself. He's a guest, he's not a full party member. I'm gonna save the missed moves until the end to see if I can... He's about to... He hit 50%, he should be doing it again here any moment. we go. Wow, we got so lucky.
I must endure.
Didn't get it. I was hoping I'd get another one. I cannot believe we got lucky and none of the debuffs stuck the second time. I am shocked by that. Okay. I am so happy that the Remedy Lore 2 got me through that. I am happy about that. I was really dreading this fight. It's just Balthier because he had to summon out. So now we do a 6-hour spin around Balthier. Sorry, 5.5-hour spin. Congratulations! Thank you. I am so glad! God. That is a huge weight off my chest. Of course I remember. Alright. Now we will spare a remedy for Larsa. Now that we are no longer facing certain death. That is a lot of gil. Holy shit. Okay, we're gonna go back and save. My last playthrough of this, or I've never beaten this game, but my last attempt, which was like a 60-hour attempt, this fight took me like 7 or 8 tries to get through, and I know that you can technically take there's like a long way through the forest that you can take to skip it, but I feel like if you don't beat this one, then it really is just like the rest of your playthrough is kind of going to go downhill after that. Okay, now we're going to change you. No, we want that shit. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna catch them up in levels, but you were giving a golden amulet because I've got a golden amulet. I mean, that's fine. You can silence Balthier. He doesn't have magic. Yeah, the interesting thing is, if you get stuck in that fight long enough, he will actually respawn the ads. Oh, hey, look, it's a T-Rex, sort of. Could somebody please wake me up? Do I now have a princess kiss? Camera. There we go. Thank you, camera. That was a great camera angle. Keep up the good work. Yeah, funny thing is, like, I really enjoyed Final Fantasy XV in spite of the very obvious lack of content in certain areas. Like, I don't know, I'm a sucker for, like, stories like the movie Stand By Me and stuff like that, and that's really what Final Fantasy XV feels like. Wait, say now? Mount Bur-Omises is to the northeast. Should you go south, you'll enter the rift. Take care. Gods guide your path. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it gets better over time. But yeah, that's fair. I fully intend to play 15 again on stream because I had never played the DLC. And it's basically the Royal Edition is out now and it's got all the DLC and everything. So yeah. A mage's hat. Wow. I don't even know what I should be angling for with him at this point. Like, the other characters all have specific stuff that I can snag yet that makes sense. But with Vaughn, I don't really know, like... Yeah, I need to... him. Okay. That swiftness is so important. Holy shit. I know that sounds silly, but that 10% reduction in action time is critical.
Empires parade down city streets while refugees walk barefoot through the snow.
And so I sue for peace, to stop short war and ease their suffering. My father will choose peace.
Will he now? You sound sure of yourself. You can never know another, even your father.
Even your father.
Don't take it the wrong way, Kay?
This crisis would not end were I gone. The Senate hates the very fact that House Solidor exists. By necessity, we must find reason to silence them.
Necessity? Ah, yes, necessity. Does that word free you, I wonder? You show no hesitation to solve matters with blood.
The sword of House Solidor cannot be left to rust in doubt.
The sword of
was you,
Solidor is
Excellency,
hanging
who
over
tempered
my
that sword.
head.
Is this your idea of vengeance?
It is my idea of necessity. If we do not act now, it is not only our future you imperil.
So, you would dirty your hands to keep his clean.
My hands are stained with blood. I see little reason to stay them now.
So the old man's dying.
So
The
they
eldest
are.
son is kind of an
And
asshole.
so House Solidor lives on.
The youngest son, Larsa, seems to be okay. But he's like third in line or second in line for the throne. Sweet, we're blind. Awesome. Thanks. Do you really not have blindness? Really? I'm gonna be really, really peeved here. 1 second. By the way, I found out that I could actually shorten this quite a bit by just doing ally any. Hold on, I know why it's happening. There we go. We got a rhyme fang. Is there something else on? Oh yeah. Oh, she get confused or what? Like she. Awesome. No, I should probably... Hold on. I don't have self any. I am awful. I did not buy self any for a gambit. That's really special of me. We're actually doing pretty okay, which surprises me. No, 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 no. Stay away from the elemental, please. Elementals in this game do not fuck around. They're like, you think you cast magic? I am magic, motherfucker. Mount Purr! Oh, me says. Bowline sat. Uraga. Lizra. Oh, man. Oh, man. I want to, but I can't. Okay. All right. Well, that was a lot of gil. Yeah, no, we can do that yet. Okay. That was a lot of gil, but man, those were some good spells. Oh, you Google Maps. Like, hey, how would you like a map? It'll only be your entire wallet. Just hand it over. Thanks. Ah, another refugee. We're going to lie to you. Go on a bus to Martha's Vineyard. Oh, sorry. That slip out. I mean, I don't even think we've seen this race yet. They're friggin' cool looking. They remind me of the not the Skeksis, but the other species from Dark Crystal. Having Curaga now is a huge game changer. Fact. Gambits. Canelo is the only one that's got it. It's expensive. Let's see. I need to set it to ally any. Gonna. And we're gonna do an ally any Isuna because I have it now. I might as. I guess she doesn't have the license. Shit. Never mind.
Is he sleeping?
No, my child.
Whoa.
I do not sleep. I dream. For reality and illusion are a duality. Two parts of a whole. Only the mirror of dreams reflects what is true.
Anastasis, your grace. I am
Lay
Ashelia.
down your words. Ashelia, daughter of Ramanas, I have dreamt your dream.
That's a little
Who
invasive.
better to carry on the Dalmascan line than she who bears the Dawn Shard? Your dream of a kingdom restored is known to me.
Grand Kiltias, then give us your blessing. Grant the Lady Ash her accession to the...
This is something you might reconsider. My little Emperor-in-waiting. You called and I have come.
This is the man I wanted you to meet. Believe it or not, he is a member of the noble house Margrace, rulers of the Rosarian Empire.
I am but one of very, very many. Try as I might, I could not stop these war alone. Thus, I came seeking Lars's assistance.
I'm sorry, but oh my god, he's hot.
I'll sit Margrace at your service. To think I stand before the Lady Ash, it is truly an honor. I see it is true after all. Stunning is Dalmasca's bloom.
In Arcadia, Larsa. In Rosaria, Al-Cid. They dream not of war. Should empire join with empire, the way will open for a new Evilis in our time.
Grand Kiltias, you speak much of dreams, but in the real world, war is upon us.
Grand Kiltias, I was told my coming here would prevent this war. I was to assume my father's throne and announce the restoration of Dalmasca, treat with the Empire for peace, and persuade the resistance to stay their hand. I have not come all this way to be asked to reconsider.
A word from you and the resistance would stop cold, and Rosaria's pretext for joining the war scattered off to the four winds. This was what we had hoped. Alas, circumstances change. A full 2 years have passed since your reported death. Were it to become known you are still alive, I fear it could only worsen our current situation.
Because I am powerless to help.
Nay, in fact, it has little to do with you.
Then what? If Lady Ash were to extend her hand in friendship, perhaps I could then persuade the Emperor. His Excellency will solve things peacefully.
The Emperor Gramis is no more. His
Uh-oh.
life was taken.
Father.
What possible cause could we have to lay hand on our emperor?
Deception and an outrage! The Senate will not stand for this!
I am the Senate.
A viper amongst our senators?
With Chairman Gregoroth as its head. With what dignity remained him, he confessed to the poisoning and passed his own sentence.
A viper with many tails. Much of the Senate is culpable.
We had no choice but to strip the Senate of authority and assign powers of autocracy to myself until such time as order...
Spare me your lies! I see the serpent coiled here before me!
Trace, you speak too freely.
Vagabath! Do not tell me you join in this mama's farce!
With Rosaria poised to invade at any moment, our leader must have a free hand.
The once great House Solidor is now reduced to myself and my dear brother Larsa.
Surely you would not go so far. Vain Solidor! As Judge Magister and upholder of the law, I hereby place you under arrest.
You misunderstand. Vane did not make himself autocrat. It was the very Ministry of Law which you serve. Do you see it now, Drace? When you bared your sword at His Excellency, you bared your sword at the law.
You wear the mama's motley well, Bergen.
I mean, I give her 100% credit for trying. But, like, one judge against the rest of them is not going
Inhuman.
Zargabath, take the Alexander. You will accompany Bergen and bring Larsa back to me.
Sire.
Your Excellency, Lord Larsa was placed under my charge.
Oh? Perhaps you mistook your orders, then. I can see no other explanation for why you were reporting and conjecturing on my doings to my late father.
Your Excellency.
A hound begging for scraps at the Emperor's table. Would you serve another master, hound? You may fulfill your duty as Judge Magister before us all.
Ugh.
She has been tried and found guilty.
Your Excellency, I beg you reconsider.
Do it. I care not. Live, Gabranth. Protect the young lord. Protect Larsa.
Forgive me.
Pray be quick.
Holy shit.
And so House Solidor lives on.
I think that might be the best cutscene I've seen in this game so far.
Approach the Empire with a peaceful resolution. The late Emperor Gramis would have lent you his ear, that much is certain, but we are dealing with vain Solidor. Should the princess return, he would claim her an impostor, or to tempt resistance into battle. Vane wants this war, that much is certain. As our ill luck would have it, the man is a military genius.
The dreams have told me thus. To reveal yourself would imperil us all. I see war, and Vane's name writ bold on history's page.
Arcadia's banners fly high. They are making ready for the coming war. According to our latest reports, the Western Armada prepares for war, under Vane's command, no less. The newly formed 12th Fleet has already been deployed. Oh yes, the Imperial First Fleet stands ready. They'll be underway as soon as the Odin's refit is complete. And there is more. The second Carwin Expeditionary Force is being called in to replace the missing 8, so there will be no gaps. The largest force ever seen.
And then, the Nethicite is the coup de grace. Grand Kiltius, Your Grace. I spoke to you of my succession. Let us put that aside. Should I become Queen of Dalmasca now, powerless as I am, I can protect nothing. With a greater power at my disposal, perhaps then.
It is the Nethicite of which you dream?
I thought you saw her
require
dreams.
Something far greater.
To wield power against power.
Dude
Truly,
needs something done about his teeth.
of
Holy
a human
shit.
child.
I am descended from the Dynast King himself.
Indeed. Then you have but one choice. Seek you the other power Wraithwall left.
Does such a thing exist?
Journey across the Paramana Rift to the still shrine of Miriam. There rests the gift he entrusted to the Grand Kiltius of his time. Seek it out. The Sword of Kings can cut through Nethicite. Why he would entrust the power to destroy Nethicite, the instrument of his greatness, to another and not to his own progeny, I cannot say. Awaken Ashelia Benagan and take up your sword, or your dream will remain but a dream.
I could watch a whole. I could watch a whole. The cutscenes with the judges are far more interesting to me than the cutscenes with the party. We have a new course that we're taking. I could have sworn that there was a hunt board here. Yeah, I'm wrong. wonder if I can still do this trick. Oh, sure can. You know what? Let's see. Do I have a... Is foe undead? Because that's a great... Oh, I don't think I have it. You, foe undead. There we go. Shit! Run! The enemies are definitely stronger, but we're still able to take them. But they got a lot beefier all of a sudden. We have to have Fran though. Spring. Oh, we got revive. That was a spell. I need 60 for Isuna. Okay. Oh, it seems like I finally have all the early spells. That's kind of nice. Got the gold name. Okay. I don't have self. Oh, that's gorgeous. I'm so glad that that works. Emperor Avis. They'll get you there. Oh, please don't think you can take on the element. I missed it. We need to swap those. Tourmaline ring. Another tourmaline ring. Battle harness. An ice shield. All right, and it is here that we must call it. Thanks for hanging out with me, Brid. I hope you get some rest tonight. I will be back tomorrow night with probably gonna play Astroneer tomorrow night, and then we'll resume Final Fantasy XII on Tuesday. So hope to see you then, and adios.